Don't get blinded by the light from fame. We're all ordinary people at the end of the day. We make decisions, some good, some bad, but we all pushing for things we never had.
Ordinary people with extraordinary ways.
Yeah.
Everyday people trying to make a way.
It's just us.
Hi, I'm Charlene. Welcome to It's Just Us. I am really excited about our show today. I have a special place in my heart around family traditions, leaving an inheritance for our children, teaching them about our legacy, their heritage. And I am so glad to have two women with me today who share similar passion. They actually, as you see around me, they have some things that they are leaving behind for their generation. So they're leaving their legacy. We're just going to talk about those things, traditions, things that we have passed on to our family members that came, passed on to us. And joining me are, in no particular order, but to my far right, Miss Beryl Owens, and immediately to my right, Miss Paula Smith-Broadnax. Welcome to It's Just Us, ladies.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. As I mentioned, this is a dear topic to me, and I'm so glad that I have some women who can embrace that with me. We're just going to talk about some of your favorite traditions in your family, whether it started with you and you're passing it on, or that was passed on to you. And Beryl, you want to start?
Okay, I will. Well, I'll start out with saying that my mother, Leola Middlebrooks, bore 8 children. She has 5 surviving children. And I would say my tradition or my legacy actually started with her, not knowing about legacy or tradition. But now that I'm older and dealing with family of my own, I get it.
Yeah.
And I get her passion for wanting to keep her family involved and connected. And she had such a passion that sometimes it seemed overwhelming, especially as a young person, because you had to be at all of the dinners that was given. You had to, do your part. And then as I became an adult, it was expected that you still became a part of that, which could be challenging sometimes.
Yes,
because
you got your own.
Because once I became an adult, I kind of wanted my own way and this, that, and other. And once I got married, even more so, because now I've married a man that's he's actually the youngest of 10 siblings.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So,
a lot of family history there.
Yes. And so we had to kind of figure out, how to make this thing work. But now I get it.
You get it.
I get it now that it's a charge almost that is given by God, I believe, that it's going to always be one that has to receive that torch.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, just seeing my mom be that person, and when I saw it kind of coming in my direction, I was like, whoa, I don't know if I really want that.
Yeah. So, Paula, I want to bring you into the conversation.
Yes.
So what about you as it pertains to carrying the torch? I thought that was a very interesting point. Do you feel that the weight of keeping traditions going in your family as well?
I don't consider it a weight. I was sharing with Beryl earlier. I have found myself in a position as an elder within our family. My first cousins and I are now the elders. Our parents have gone on. And with that comes responsibility that I gladly accept. And that responsibility is for me to live and leave a godly legacy for my family. And that is being done, I believe, by keeping the family together, as Beryl was saying, having family events, making sure that the family gets together for the holidays and as frequently as we can, with everybody being kind of spread out and what have you. But they do it because they, too, see the value and the importance of it, and they're loving it. They really love it. So we are establishing tradition, and it starts with family. I'm in the role now of trying to pass things on. so others will pick it up and carry it on. And
Give us an example of what you're wanting to pass on.
I want to pass on them coming together primarily.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
With our young people coming together, it might mean social media, but I want the physical part of it as well. I think that is highly important. I don't want that lost. I think there's such great value in that. Even though technology is going to continue to go, it's not going to come back. But I want them to understand and value the time together, physical time together. Also, I encourage them and am encouraging them to write. We were talking about leaving a godly legacy as we live it. They see it. They see hard times. They see how I go through them. Prayerfully, it's godly. And so I want them to see and understand who guides me, who guides them, to be that godly example. So, and for me, as my days are numbered, I write. I want to leave a written legacy. Years ago, I created a business, and I didn't understand it at the time, but I'm living into it. It's called Legacy Creations.
Okay.
And there are things that God is guiding me to do that all tie into a godly legacy. Well, yes.
And we have some of that here. You mentioned
Yes.
writing. So talk about your books. I don't know if you want to talk. I think it's a what am the word I'm looking for? A progression here. So we have 1, 2, and
Well, yes.
Yeah.
All right. We'll start with Dreams, Hopes, and Possibilities.
Okay.
That is a breast cancer survivor's story of a dream come true. I was diagnosed with breast cancer almost 20 years ago now. And that experience has led me to where I am today. But there's so much packed in that. And so I wanted to document for my great-grandchildren, whom I may not get to meet, who knows,
Yeah.
so that they'll know a little bit about their great-grandma Paula.
Yeah.
It's in a book,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so as I've moved around, I meet phenomenal ladies like you two, and each of us has a story.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I've asked other women to share their God story. These are related to breast cancer because that's been my journey. And so they've done so in 2 books, Volume 1 and Volume 2 of We Survive to Thrive, because I'm more than a survivor.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so these books, though written by breast cancer survivors, have life lessons for anybody that's going through any type of life challenge. So that's the purpose and what God is continuing to birth through me as a
Yeah.
result of a 20-year experience.
Wow. Well, wow. I don't know. What's the appropriate word? Congratulations. Praise God.
Yes, all that.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Exactly.
great. And it is, absolutely. And for you to capture that in a book, to share where you were. And that's so important to me. It's, I shared offline with someone earlier that one thing that I wanted to capture from my grandmother was the story behind the picture, because they may know your history, your medical history, or anything, but it's like, how are you feeling when you got the news?
Yeah.
How did you function day to day? What was that like for you? And we can capture that in our books. We can capture that in our audio. We can capture that in It's Just Us. Yes. So I'm really glad that you, I'm just going to say, stumbled into it, because it wasn't a forethought, but it was definitely something that was necessary. And I'm glad that your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren
Yes, ma'am.
will have a chance to get to know Grandma Paula.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you have a similar situation with your...
It is similar in the fact that it was birthed out of this particular product, and it's called The Punchline. It's a part of The Punchline, because from this product spun other punches that I've created. But they're all built on the foundation of my mother's lemonade. Okay, it's her lemonade that she, and it's not just a lemonade, it's a lemonade that when you partook of it, you just couldn't stop.
Okay.
And it wasn't even the ingredients as much as it was the process that she used to make this lemonade.
Yes.
And so I picked it up, and then on top of her process, I started adding different things to it, and I've created about 3 other punches that I've named after my grandchildren.
Oh.
Yes. So all of my punches are named after my grandchildren, but they're also asked for all the time at my church. There's this one punch that I have, and everybody is asking, well, what is it? Is it punch? Is it tea? Is it, is it a lemonade? What is this?
Yeah.
So one of my punch I've named after my grandson, what is it? Because he's that kind of person that you can't quite figure him out sometimes. So I said, perfect. This one belongs to PJ. So it's PJ's, what is it?
Okay. That's cute.
So the tradition of my mom doing this and pulling us together, with so much love,
Yeah.
I decided to, name her punch Leola's Lemonade, leaving a legacy of love. So, and I'll say this one last thing about the punch. When we were trying to decide how to market it, many people came with different ideas of, Beryl, you should bottle this. This is just this needs to be on the shelves and blah, 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 blah. Well, I never could get that in my heart because there's so much love from the foundation of my mom doing it to me picking it up that I just couldn't find a way put
Commercialize
it on the
it.
shelf. It would just make it so impersonable. So my daughter came home with the idea after looking for a special gift to give to one of her girlfriends. Mom, you need to make it gifting where they can box it, gift it, and we can deliver the punch as a special gift, to whomever, family or friends. So that's how we got the idea to box it and present it as a gift idea.
Okay.
But we also do quantities for parties or any other forms of entertainment as well.
And how do people learn more about the punchline?
Okay, Charlene, I can be reached at trythepunchline@gmail.com, or you can reach us on our Facebook page at The Punchline.
Great. Thank you. And Paula, you want to share yours?
Sure, thank you. Books can be purchased on Amazon.com under We Survive to Thrive. Also on Facebook, we have a We Survive to Thrive page. We ask that you go there and like our page. Also, Dreams, Hopes, and Possibilities is available on Amazon.com. And also, there's paulasmithbroadnax.com. So there are multiple ways to reach us.
Good, good. Thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we talked about it offline, a charge to keep we have.
That's right.
Serving this present age, fulfilling our calling.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Continue to pass on those traditions and love your families.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Great.
And we thank you for joining us as well. For more information, please visit our website at itsjustustalkshow.com. Our social media links are on the website. We would so love to hear from you if you have guest consideration or show ideas. Again, I'm Charlene Bowden. It's Just Us. Until next time, I hope that you will continue to happen to life. Take good care.